We've got Kath here. She's got tons of gear. She's got everything. She's well equipped.
I'm well equipped.
We've got, let's turn it around this way so we get this better. Yeah, we've got, what have we got, Kath?
So what have we got? Water, obviously.
Water. Very, very important, because you get dehydrated. You can, if you've got underlying health issues like I've got, that's quite dangerous to come out and not actually have any drink, you know, any sustenance, etc. Anyway.
I don't always bring it, but
no.
So I have one of these sort of finds pouches that goes around your waist as well. It's easier. I don't actually have that much in here, although Mike seems to think it's very funny.
It looks
how much
loaded
stuff.
up. It looks like you've brought...
loaded up. There's hardly anything. So what I have in here is a little thing of water.
Fantastic to clean your coins. Yeah.
So it's a really soft one of these. It's actually meant to be for delicate glass, but it's brilliant for coins. And I just have some wet wipes and a couple of plasters.
Wow, plasters as well. I mean, that really is very useful to have. Yeah, because you could cut your finger, couldn't you?
Precisely. So in here, some tissues. I don't know what that is. Suntan lotion. You never know. That's from last summer. Yeah. That's terrible, isn't it?
Somebody said, I'm not saying who it was, but they said we should get a heat wave today, and I thought I should have brought me something.
It will be later. And in case you get bitten, you get a bite thing. This obviously is just to put all your rubbish in, this middle pouch here.
Yeah, because when we're out, you want to, if you're picking up sort of like little bits of sharp metal and stuff, you're going to want to take it home.
Precisely. So I have a better finds pouch, and I carry that because I'm really sad.
Yeah, you're a little bit OCD.
I am OCD about having scale, I'm really sorry. Yeah. Everyone on the forum will know that.
Yeah.
And I have, actually for walking to the field, this is where I put my headphones.
Oh wow, fantastic.
Pinpointer.
Yeah.
Which I leave here, it's a perfect place to have it, even though some people don't like pinpointers.
Some people don't like pinpointers.
I don't always have this, but I do because we're on pasture today. And actually, so you don't have to dig a bigger hole.
Yeah, okay.
And as a woman,
yeah, that's an evolution.
It is an evolution one, and as a woman,
blade.
it's really handy. You feel a bit safer as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah.
Set of gloves. These are really cheap ones.
Yeah. I brought even cheaper ones along.
You got to remember not to get ones that don't match sometimes, which I do. Headphones, obviously.
Headphones. I've not got headphones because I'm doing the video. I want to be able to let people hear the beep and the beep beeps.
But obviously you're better off with headphones if you're not filming, because
definitely
you do hear more.
Yes, because if there's wind, you're going to be able to hear the targets better, and you're going to be able to hear those deeper lighter, faint targets a lot better with headphones.
An awful lot better, actually. Yeah. And where we are, we're nowhere near anybody, so it's not for other people, it's purely for me.
Yeah.
And then I also have one of these, but I have one with a D handle, because I prefer it.
Yeah, the D handle
and
from
my
D.A.S. And the D.A.S. metal detector. Right, that is about it. Right, what we're going to do now, I'll turn it round, see my ugly mug, is actually, before we start, it's just actually have a little chat. I don't want to bore you too much, but to actually have a little chat about permission, because obviously when you start metal detecting, the first and very important thing to do is get permission. A lot of people tend to buy a metal detector and think they're going to be able to metal detect on public land. They think public land, they can do what they want. It's literally a public byway. You can't dig holes. You're going to have to get permission from, it's very important to get permission from the landowner, and pretty much every square metre of land in the UK is owned by someone, so it's important, very important to get permission. Permission can be very difficult to get. Not many people want to actually go up to someone's front door and ask if they can you know, metal detect on their land. How did you manage to get your permission here, Kath?
So this one my husband got from me, actually, because he knows them. My first permission I got, it was a friend of mine. I live in a village, so I'm quite lucky, but it was someone who had horses, and so I just asked them. It was quite a small pasture field, and then from that I actually did a couple where I knocked on doors. I didn't know them, and I've had one from going and chatting in the pub.
Yeah, that's a good idea. In pubs and places like that, get chatting with people, word of mouth. Yeah. And that's how you get to.
It's much simpler.
Much simpler, yeah.
But I find if you do research first and you're really passionate about what you might find there and what's happened in the local area, that really does make a difference.
Yeah, and you can explain that to the landowner, and they know you know you're not just there to get treasures and riches and things like that. That you know you're generally interested in history, etc.
And I've even found going to the local village shop and chatting about stuff that you get other people interested and involved. And actually I've had one permission from doing that.
You share that enthusiasm, and it's
Precisely.
contagious sort of thing. Yeah, I know.
But in a relaxed atmosphere, it really works well.
Fantastic. Excellent. So there you have it. So let's actually set about having a dig. That's what we're here for. Anyway, catch you in a bit. Right. First thing we need to do is set the actual stem length, because obviously at the moment this Makro Kruzer's stem is folded in and it's far too short. I mean, I'd be literally like this walking along and I'll give myself a bad back. It's not going to work very well at all. All we have to do is just simply adjust the stem. If I can pull the stem out, it's locked in. One moment. Didn't realise it was. Get there in a moment. Oh, there you go. Right, so we don't want to be bent over. We also don't want this lead all jumbled up at the bottom. You want it roughly coiled, reasonably tidy up the stem shaft, upper and lower shaft. I think that's about the right height actually for me. You can see I'm not having to bend down. It's quite a relaxed sweep. That'd do fantastically. Right, now we've got this stem length correct. But the first thing we have to do now is on a lot of these machines, what you have to do is ground balance. And basically what ground balancing is, it's actually to compensate the mineralisation that you'll find in a lot of on a lot of land. It's just general mineralisation within the ground, and if I wasn't to actually ground balance this machine, what would happen is, camera woman, stay focused. What would happen is it would actually give out false signals. Stop laughing. It would actually give out false signals, and it'd be almost like you were actually finding small little targets, but when you dug them, there'd be nothing there. So what you have to do is ground balance. Right, on this machine, and as the camera lady comes forward, can you see that okay? Yeah, we've basically just got to switch on first and fire up this is the Makro Kruzer by Makro, and all we do now, well, what I should have done is kept the search coil a little bit further from the ground and away from metal objects, etc. Whatever you do, when you go to ground balance, don't actually put your search head on the ground, because you'll pick up that mineralisation and it's going to affect the calibration. All we have to do now is, you can see on here we've got the ground balance button on this specific machine. All we're going to do is press it and pump the coil about between an inch and 8 inches above the ground, parallel with the ground. Right. And there you go. When you hear that beep, it's actually auto ground balanced. And we're ready to go. As you can see, Kath's doing a dreadful sweep of that coil. You see a lot of people, if you go to a rally, there'll always be somebody sweeping the coil this high, and it's just not, it's going to lose you loads of fines. You can see at the outward sweep it can be about, you know, about 8-10 inches off the ground. So it's a really big no-no to keep the coil level, parallel, like Kath's doing now, parallel with the ground, slow and low on loads of machines. You can sweep the coil faster on certain machines because they've got a good processor in and they're going to be able to cope with it, but a lot of machines, especially if you get an entry machine on the, you know, starting out, slow and low is certainly the way to go. Right, I found the first target and it's given me a reading, it's given me about 38 on the screen. And I'll go 90 degrees, see if I can locate it a little bit more accurate, and it seems to be approximately around here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my Makro Kruzer down over there out the way, and I'm going to make a little plug, I call it a little door, three-way cut, so we can actually bring this clod out nice and tidy, so we can put it back nice and tidy. And I actually, not many people, can't even pull the spade Not many people. Well, it's quite suction, a lot of suction on this ground, isn't there? And I actually make quite a big clod because I like. I don't want to sort of make another. That's right. Tread on my. Tread on my metal detector, Kath. And I like making a big clod because then I know that I've pretty much got the target if I bring it out. Okay.
What you mean, unlike me?
So now I've got this nice door. I've cut it there, and I can flip it over there, so I can put this clod back nice. Well, the idea is to put it back nice and tidy, ideally. But there you go. Let's see if we can. Right. Oh, there's my door open. Right now, that's tired me out. That has. I'm not used to this. Now I've got this to help me. It's a little handheld metal detector. It's called a pinpointer, and basically it's very good at locating small targets, which can take you forever to find if you get those little small fragments of metal. The last thing you want to do is actually be here for God knows how long, especially if you're restricted for time, if you're in a rally, etc. And you want to get onto more positive targets, and something like this is going to save you a lot of time. Now, some people love these, some people absolutely hate using them, little bit, and I like them because it's like a little Geiger counter. It's a little bit of fun, really. When you get the target, you sort of home in on it, and for example, let's get my spade. If I switch the pinpointer on, when you get close to a target, it's like a little Geiger counter. So when you get closer, you get a solid tone. Then you know you've located the target. Now we've dug this clod. The target might be near the surface, and this thing wouldn't pick it up. But we'll have a little bit of a go. Oh no, let's just switch it off. Oh no, I'll switch it off. Yep, right. Oh, in fact, the target is still in the hole. Wow, okay. Can you hear that? Yep. And it's approximately there. And Kath is so kindly, I've got the spade, but I should have brought out this blade. This is an Evolution Pro Cut blade, and it's just ideal for once you've dug the main clod out, you can actually use it to locate the target. Let's see if we can we're very, very, very close, people. Very, very close. Let's not try to ruin it. Let's dig under it. Oh, let's take that little clod out. Is it in there? No. Oh, let's get this out. Oh, it's actually in my hand. Is it treasure? Is it a ring pull? A shotgun cartridge? It's here. And we have,
Celtic ring money? No.
Celtic ring money. Unfortunately not. It is a little loop of metal. Right, one thing I totally forgot, and I've just been told off by Kath, is not wearing gloves. Very, very important. You can actually catch all sorts of things from soil, because soil has animal feces and urine on it, and there's degrading plant life, etc., and there's lots of quite nasty things you can catch from soil, so it's always good to actually bring out some gloves. I've actually brought gloves with me but totally forgot, so I've had my hand literally slapped by Kath, which is a good point, very good point. Anyway, what we forgot to do is actually put this clod back. I just made the door like dug the door shape out of the clod. This is the reason why, because you can literally put this door back in and stamp it back down, and you would, over a few days that grass will grow back. You wouldn't even know we've been there. Check that out. What do you think, Kath?
That looks really good.
Really good.
And it's
good.
Nice and deep, so that means it doesn't damage the roots of the grass either.
Exactly. Fantastic. That's a good thought. Anyway, thanks. Yeah. Oh, just in the side there. It looks like something modern, possibly. Thanks, Gav. Right, let's dig this side out. Let's dig this side out, see what's going on. Ah, we've got, what have we got? We've got a really old big button by the looks of things. Yeah. And that is the reality of a lot of metal detecting. You know, we're going to find little bits and pieces that aren't generally that fantastic, but it's all a part of history. We're not always going to find, well, you might see videos, you know, finding ancient coins and other really lovely artifacts, but for people to find them, they might have had to been metal detecting for absolute years to find something like that. You know, it's not, they're not going to find them straight away. So if anyone gets the aspirations of actually coming out metal detecting, finding lots of wonderful finds, in reality it's not going to be the case. Right, Kath's just found a target which sounds quite positive. I don't know what the numbers were. What were the numbers, Kath?
6870.
6870, okay. And we're not having a door this time. Kath,
oh, we are. Plug, yeah.
It's more of a round plug. Everyone's got their own personal preference.
Get more depth this way.
Ah, here we go. Right. That looks like a spoon already. I've seen a spoon.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, right at the bottom. Look
and
at
it
that.
is.
And is it a pewter? Or
it is a pewter spoon.
Pewter spoon. How about that? Fantastic. Right, here we go, putting the clod back. This is that circular one, and look at the tidy job.
See, you wouldn't even know.
That's almost as good as mine. No, it's actually really, you wouldn't even know. It's a little, oh. Okay. Let's break that apart a little bit. It's right on the edge there. I do like it when we get it in the hand. You're never sure what it is. There it is. You close enough? Can you see? Oh, what have we got there? Oh, it just looks like a washer, a modern day washer. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, I think so. Oh no, it's a button. And there you have it, just a little button. Never mind. That was quite a depth. Very pleased with that. A very sharp target at quite a nice depth, can't complain. Anyway, brilliant, move on. Right, we've just been finding a few little bits and pieces, a few little coins, and we're both a little exhausted and hungry, so we're going to make tracks to find some food somewhere at the local, wherever, pub, the pub. Sounds good. Anyway, we're going to be right back, catch you in a bit. Hello all, we're back again. We've just gone for lunch at a local pub, and Kath's actually paid for my lunch. Can you believe it? I mean, she's invited me up here as a guest. How nice is that? And she's actually paid for the lunch. I'm definitely paying next time, that's for sure. Anyway, we're back again after our lunch, and we're feeling a lot better towards the end there. We're a little bit, as you do when you need a bit of sustenance. And we've had a lovely meal, and we're back detecting. There she goes, she's gone, look, she's off. And we'll see what we can find this second time round. And chuck in a few more tips as well. Anyway, catch you in a bit. We have a coin, and I will give it to the one that has a very good eyesight, apart from I won't be able to see.
Let's look at that. Oh, another toasted.
It's a toasty.
It is.
Okay, that's a shame.
Sorry.
But it's a coin.
You never know, it might clean up.
Yeah, might be able to get something from it.
Yeah.
Alright, that's in the bag. Great stuff. Hello all, MRix back with Kath. We've decided to stop for a break and have some juice. You don't want to get dehydrated, do you? We've been thinking of a few more tips to help newcomers to the hobby pastime. And one thing what we brought up was insurance. Basically third-party liability insurance, because if you're out at a rally or you're out metal detecting on a private land permission, you're going to need some sort of insurance to cover yourself if you mess up. Basically, you might leave a gate open, you might let animals out, they might get killed. I mean, that's going to cost a lot of money, and what you're going to need is insurance from somewhere like the N.C.M.D, which is the National Council of Metal Detecting, or you're going to need insurance from the F.I.D possibly, the F.I.D. That's the Federation of Independent Detectorists, sorry, and they offer third-party liability insurance, which goes into the millions. So it's really great cover, and it only costs you about £8 a year, so it's well worth having. Anyway, that's just one another little tip that will certainly help you if you decide to take up the hobby, you know, more longer term, and something to think about, especially with like rallies. If you decide to get into rallies, a lot of them stipulate now that you're going to need some sort of form of insurance. Anyway, I hope that was of some use. Cheers.
Okay, so once you start finding some nice things, you will think about having to do some records of what you've got. A lot of people just get little bags and they put in the GPS code, which you can get off a number of different sites actually. If you go onto the MDF, there's loads of tips on where to go and get different maps and how to actually make sure that you've got the right information that you need to add to the bags. And some people keep full Excel records, or they put little marks on the maps and actually marry that up to the records of the individual little bags as well. If you find something that's more valuable though, it might be treasure. So basically, if it's an item over 300 years old and predominantly made of silver or gold, and it isn't a coin, then the chances are it's treasure. If it is a coin, you need to have found at least 2 of them. So even if you find a single gold coin, that actually doesn't count as treasure. But obviously, it would still be good to record it. So the official way you can record it is going to the fines database. So you contact your fines liaison officer, or FLO for short, and your local FLO will help you, one, to identify some items, obviously if you don't use the MDF, and also to ensure that it's put onto the main database, which is called fines.org.uk. They can help, if it is a treasure item, to make sure that all the paperwork is filled in, and they will actually make sure that all of the information that's needed for the coroner is done for you. It's not complicated, but it's something that you are legally obliged to do, and obviously we want to make sure that actually everyone does it.
Right, that about sums our day up. It's been absolutely fantastic, and I can't thank Kath enough for letting me out on one of her permissions. It's been absolutely brilliant. And she actually bought me a meal as well. I feel a bit guilty, to be honest. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video with the tips we give you today, and hopefully it will be of some use, and it's give you a little bit of an awareness what to expect if you start this wonderful hobby. And that, like I say, that about sums it up. If you've got any questions about any of the gear we're using or methods we've used, please you know, put a comment in the comments area below the video. That'd be fantastic. All feedback's well appreciated. If you like the video, please like the video. That'd be fantastic. If you dislike it, just press the thumbs down button. That'd be brilliant as well. But please put a comment in the comments area to say why you disliked it. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and it's goodbye from me and
goodbye from me.
Cheers all. Catch you later.